Alright, so this is going to be a video on the commutative, and the associative law of multiplication and addition. Because remember, multiplication and addition are kind of like friends, and subtraction and division are friends, but the two groups are not really friends with each other. So we'll see that here. The commutative law, or property, for addition states that the sum of two quantities is the same in whatever order they are added. So this is easily illustrated by the expression a plus b equals b plus a, or I guess the equality. And then 3 plus 6, we know is 9. 6 plus 3 is also 9. So we can remember this property by remembering the etymology, which is where the word comes from. The word comes from the Latin com, which is together, and mute, which is change. So roughly it means something like exchange. And so the commutative law for addition does not hold for subtraction. So we can see that expressed here as an a minus b does not equal b minus a. And so some real life examples are provided here, like 7 minus 3 equals 4, but 3 minus 7 equals negative 4, so they don't equal the same thing. So this is the commutative law or property for addition. Now let's look at the commutative law for multiplication. So again, I'm going to state that multiplication and addition are friends, right? And so are subtraction and division. So these are two groups of friends, but they are not friends with each other. So the commutative law of multiplication states something very similar to the commutative law of addition. It says the product of two numbers is the same in whatever order they're multiplied in. So we can have this expressed this way as an a times b equals b times a. We know 7 times 3 is 21, and 3 times 7 is also 21. But this does not hold, however, for division. So a divided by b does not equal b divided by a. Again, real life examples are 15 divided by 3 equals 5, and 3 divided by 15 equals 0.2. Okay, so in addition to the commutative laws of both addition and multiplication, there are also the associative laws of addition and multiplication. So here again, if you already forgot, the commutative laws for addition and multiplication are here. So the associative law for addition states that the sum of 3 or more numbers is the same, no matter what way you group them. So remember that groups associate with each other. That's how we can remember the associative law. And sometimes this feels kind of wrong. We do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 15. And we try 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 15 as well. And we think, well, maybe that feels wrong because we know about parentheses and that changes things sort of. But when we're dealing strictly with addition like this is the associative law kicks in. We have to have trust in that. But again, this does not hold for subtraction. So no matter how we group these, we're going to get 15. If we group these differently, we're not going to get the same answer. So 1 minus 3 minus 5 equals negative 7, and 1 minus 3 minus 5 equals 3. Now let's look at it for the associative law for multiplication. It states that the product of 3 or more numbers is the same no matter how you group them. Again, it's very similar. Groups associate together, and it doesn't really matter how you group them in the end. So a times b times c equals a times b times c equals a times b times c equals a times c times b. So a real example of this is 2 times 3 times 4 equals 24, and look at, you can group it however you want and you're going to get the same thing. This again does not hold for division. 7 divided by 3 divided by 2 is 1.16 repeating. 7 divided by 3 divided by 2 is 4.6 repeating. And so in summary, the commutative law for addition and multiplication is just that we can rearrange them in any order. And then the associative law states that we can group them in any order like this, and they will come out with the same answer. And here's how we're going to remember it. Commutative, we're going to think of it means exchange, and associative, it means that groups that associate with each other.